said quarterly?
We meet more. I personally like more than quarterly, especially in Phillipsburg, because I wasn't all of that familiar with it. So I felt like I needed to sort of get up to speed a little bit more. We're meeting basically every other month. The next meeting is August 16th.
And what time?
It's at 6 p.m. at Andover Morris.
Excellent. Councilman Lewis, do you have any questions?
No, I don't. I just want to say I haven't got any information this year about it at all.
Okay.
Danielle's been getting information, but I haven't.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you will.
yeah.
Council Vice President, any questions? Councilman Hicks?
No, Council President.
Councilman Beck?
Thank you for coming. You said you were open to new ideas coming
Sure.
into that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully there'll be a lot of involvement.
Okay, the one thing that cannot be done is if you order a piece of equipment, it can't be over $500 and it has to last for 4 years. So I think they ordered a projector last year or the year before, or something like that, and it's, like I said, it has to last for 4
And
years.
this is services, programs,
Yes.
equipment.
Yeah.
What else would be prohibited from the?
I'm not sure. We've never entered into the prohibitive area. I'm not sure.
Only if there's folks that are here this evening or watching once we're done,
Okay.
that would approach anybody here on council, would like to get back to them with some, will not want them
What
to
can
invest their time into an idea, but possibly may fall on the cutting room floor, so,
I think any ideas are great, actually.
thank you.
I like the ideas. And I'm just somebody who coordinates the grant. I don't dictate the grant, so I just do the ideas.
Excellent. Ms. Ringo, thank you so very much for your time. I'm not sure, do we need to open it up to the floor? I do appreciate you coming out. I know that you've been taking your time this evening, so, well, thank you very, very much. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the end of our discussion. We can move forward with the payment of the bills, which, get a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, can we get the bills this week?
The current fund, $1,289,477.80. State and federal grants, $303.36. Capital fund, $91.95. Sewage utility fund, $119,618.84. Planning board trust fund, $10,805. Section 8, $598.25. Agency fund, $284.32. For a regular bill of $1,421,179.52. Section 8 rent payments, $142,498. And the prepaid bill list, there's the sewer utility fund, $83, and the agency fund, $149,106.10, for a prepaid bill list of $149,189.10. Grand total of all funds, $1,712,866.62.
Okay. Councilman Woods?
Nothing.
Council Vice President?
Yes. 732, I have three questions. 73228 is a 2018 sponsorship for Old Town Festival. We pay as a town a sponsorship for Old Town? Mayor?
We do.
Do we pay that to who? The chamber?
The Chamber of Commerce.
Is that part of their stipend?
Long-standing agreement prior to my administration. I could not give you the history, Councilman DiGirolamo. Maybe Town Clerk, could you help?
It's almost like a donation that we contributed.
Do you know if that comes out of their stipend money?
I don't believe
73207, JCP&L. I see the electricity on Corliss Avenue is exorbitantly high. Why is that for a building that's partially occupied? It's been bothering me for a while, so I'm going to ask. It's over $5,000 a month. Do we know why that is? I checked the library bill, I checked Gilmore Street. All seems within reason, $5,000 seems a little high to me.
Was that 73207?
73207, it's JCP&L, all of it. But the bill's much higher than that, but specifically I'm asking why the municipal building is over $5,000 for 1 month.
Council President,
Yes, sir.
may I respond?
Yes, Mayor.
Councilwoman DeGirolamo, the bill is historically high at the Corliss Avenue building. That I do know, but I don't know the exact number. I will tell you right now, in order to keep the police department there are air filters running 24/7. We do not have the chiller on, which is a very absorbent piece of equipment that takes a lot of electricity. We just have window units and they're minimal. So if I had to point my finger at anything, it would be those air filters that are running 24/7 for the black mold. And of course, as you know, you'll be taking action tonight to end that. What I will do is ask CFO Merlo to get back to you with a average of 3 months in the summer, June, July, and August, so you can compare and contrast it.
Good. Thank you. And 73212, the aqua bill. I think I got an email today that there was a leak. Is that what that's from? A leak at the pool? Or did we pay to fill the pool? Because it's my understanding we should be getting one free fill of the pool at the start of the season.
Council President?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes. There was a leak detected at the pool, and it's been ongoing for no one really knows how many years. There was a pipe broken in the old shower and sanitary area, and it's been running and running and running. The pipe's been repaired. We estimated we're spending about $3,000 a month on water running out of the pool. We're filling it every day. Again, I can't answer for it. When you speak of the free fill, I wish the Aqua people were here. That is something I have no knowledge of whatsoever. I apologize.
I know the sending district pool gets a free fill at the beginning of the season, so I assume we have the same agreement.
Again, I will ask and have Mr. Merlo, since he pays the bill there, it is metered there, to send an email directly to you.
Super. No need to hold. Thank you.
Councilman Davis?
Yeah, just one question, Mayor. 73258 Nassau Capital Advisors, are we still going to be reimbursed by Bridge for that service? That's the
Yes.
financial advisory service for the pilot.
Yes, all the pilot expenses, including the pilot council, will be part of the escrow, which was music to our ears because that had become very expensive. In the past, we didn't have a pilot consultant. I think everything fell upon the town attorney's shoulders. Now we have an expert in that arena, which is very important when it comes to the taxpayers in the pilot.
Great. Thank you, Mayor. No other questions?
Councilman McVeigh?
Just one that was touched on earlier this evening regarding the fire hydrants under our water and aqua. That would be 28733. $32,170.20. So that's a lot of water, and I would ask at this time, possibly the mayor's office in conjunction with department heads, OEM, anyone that would have their hands on the situation, that we can look further so this we can prevent it in the future. It's just a staggering number to me, and if we can.
Sorry, I didn't mean to apologize. I had a similar concern to you, Councilman, when we saw that. As a quarterly fee we pay that I believe is stipulated by the DPU for how much they're allowed to charge us for fire. hydrant service. That's why it is so high. It is a regulated rate, I think. Am I correct, Counselor? Are you familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
With the fire hydrants?
Yes.
Even though you were saying this evening that we had the extra amount down by the train, it's kind of where I'm going with this.
The very high dollar amount is based on the fire hydrant fee that's allowed by the utilities to the town.
Okay, well, so it doesn't, you know, I just got the impression this evening that when they were talking about the excessive turn on their hydrants, which caused our initial problem, that if that was the case, that number would come in lower. Great if we get on top of that, plus we talked about it this evening. Thank you, Council. Council President, I'm good.
Excellent, thank you. I have one, which is check number 73276 to Pentel Data in the amount of $624.70 for their internet services. And my question is, it appears that we're still paying for the building located at 108 Fleming Drive. I know it says 108 Anderson Street here, but for the Firth Youth Center's internet bill, are we still paying for that? I think it was motioned and voted on back in March. We shouldn't be.
That's a no, Council President.
Right, so we shouldn't be paying.
It's been eliminated, I believe.
Okay, then I would ask if we could table bill number 73276, contact Pentel Data, and let them know that we are being overcharged by $124.95.
Just did a whole contract, office did a whole thing with them.
Okay.
For 108.
Right.
So I don't know what this, I don't know what that is on there, if it's from the end of June.
Okay.
Still, or
Possible contractual, you know, that a service end date, I wouldn't know myself, but yes.
This is-
I think we just switched it over, it was July.
Okay. So we just switched it over right now, and this is the June, this is the old amount?
Yeah, I believe that,
Ends the contract.
right.
Okay, then I have no problem.
Council President, I wanted to answer Councilman McVeigh's question about the Polar Express and Thomas the Tank. I did address this issue with the unofficial use, or the illegal use of the hydrant down there no one knew about. He is going to erect a water tower, something like Petticoat Junction. I'm not exactly sure, but we will not be using, I do want a picture of that. He will not be using town water anymore without a meter. It's going to be metered. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Roll call?
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGarmo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. Okay. Bills have been approved. We can move forward to public comment on agenda items. I would ask that you come to the podium, state your name and address clearly, and be respectful at all times. Folks in the audience, if you wish to clap, feel free. But I would ask that no one boo, if you don't agree, you're not forced to agree. Again, I would ask that everybody maintain respect, and we do have a 5-minute time frame. So, Scott.
Sandra Morissette, 5 Fairview Heights in Phillipsburg.
Yes, ma'am.
It should be noted that the second reading of Ordinance 2018-10 does not include the word empty. That attendees at the June 12th Town Council work session were told would be added to this ordinance. We do have this on tape, so I'm a little confused as to why those words have been deleted. Anyone have an explanation?
They're in the ordinance.
They're in the ordinance.
But they're not here on this piece of paper. It states to permit storage of waste disposal containers and trucks in the zone. It does not state to permit storage of empty waste disposal containers and empty trucks in the zone.
Counselor?
Ms. Morissette, what is it that you're looking at?
I'm looking at something that
The title.
was pointed out.
How the content.
Oh, the title, okay. So the body of the ordinance itself reads, storage of empty waste disposal containers and storage of empty waste disposal trucks.
Thank you so much. So they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so I brought several pictures up for your review in my 1,000 words. Perhaps the most interesting picture is of a full LMR truck that was followed when it exited the new LMR disposals location on South Main Street about 2 weeks ago. I'm going to leave this here, but this shows the truck as it goes down Main Street towards the north end of town. I'm also going to leave these pictures here, pass them around for anybody who would like to look at them. Street cleaners follow our town's garbage truck for a reason, to clean leachate and other residue off city streets. But the person who took the picture of the full LMR truck observed it dripping leachate all over the road. They appear at this time to be, even though LMR is in receipt of a cease and desist letter and have been told they are in violation of several town ordinances, LMR disposal continues to operate, perhaps because they knew this town council would indeed pass Ordinance 2018-10, and they did, quietly in a work session, even though the Planning Council had refused to grant their waiver request, and even though there was no attendee from LMR disposal nor their lawyer at that planning commission to answer any questions. LMR is now in violation of that first reading, which stated empty trucks, empty containers. The pictures here clearly show there are full trucks and full containers being stored at this location. There's a picture also showing where LMR carelessly broke off a sewer cap on the grounds that they were leveling the area. You will also see a picture of containers next to the railroad embankment. Those containers are there to support the bank and prevent erosion after LMR cleared additional space into the railroad embankment. Luckily, they pay their taxes as they are becoming a very expensive local business to support. So not only is LMR disposal in violation of first reading of the amended ordinance, which said empty containers, empty trucks, they're also in violation of Town Code Section 625-73, prohibiting trucking businesses whose primary business activity is hauling for hire. They're also in violation of 624-7A, which relates to excessive noise. They're also in violation of Section 625-748 that states there cannot be emissions or odorous gases or other odorous matters in such quantity as to be readily detectable. Alpha refused their expansion plans. So even though people might argue they are good taxpayers and employ many Phillipsburg residents, the reality is these employees had a job when LMR operated in Alpha and were not granted their expansion plans. And I am sure they will continue to be employed by the company if they up stakes and move into the countryside and away from our main street. Thank you.
Ms. Morissette.
Mrs. Morissette.
I believe Councilwoman Council Vice President DiGirolamo has a comment. No, you didn't?
No.
Okay. Ms. Morissette, I do have one question with regard to the picture of the truck leaving.
Absolutely.
Did the truck leaving full, was that truck followed full as well?
Yes, it was followed full by a person who took that picture.
So it was followed full onto the LMR property and then followed full leaving the
No,
LMR
no,
property?
no. The person who was in their car watched them exit LMR full and
Prior
then
to-
followed them down.
Correct. So prior to, did the person visually see the truck full enter the property?
I cannot attest to that one way or the other.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
In which case, if they entered the property full, then you've got a problem because it states in your ordinance it should be empty.
Just states that they can't store them there. That's all.
Can't be stored. True. That's true.
I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. Mr. Amy.
Alan Amy, 71 Lewis Street, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. On behalf of LMR, I believe this ordinance should go through with a few reasons. One is it hires everyone, keeps everyone here. We have taxpayers here. They work here, they stay here, they use our schools, everything. That's one. The other one is this. There has not been, to my information, one complaint from LMR from odor, and there has not been one complaint from the odor of our own garbage trucks that sit at the armory. The project hasn't complained, McDonald's hasn't complained, Lincoln Street hasn't complained, Bain Street hasn't complained. No one has complained about odor from our own garbage trucks. So I believe the man is trying to do the right thing, and it's a viable business. And for the most part, anything about vibration or truck, it's still more vibration and probably less than Atlantic States or whatever the name is now. And the railroad continues to run through Phillipsburg for over 100 years. So any vibration issue or anything, I think, is moved. Thank you very much.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Good night. Lee Clark, 41 Henry Street. So I am also here to speak on ordinance 2018-10A. I'm here to speak against the introduction of LMR into our town. And I'm looking at the ordinance in front of me. It is stated within section 2 that storage of empty waste disposal containers and storage of empty waste disposal trucks. However, the issues presented before us are not empty, and those are the issues that I wanted to bring up because I am deeply concerned by these threats to our town. Now, it's my understanding that if this ordinance were to go through, that would represent 30 to 40 trucks per day going through South Main Street. That's just from what I heard. I'm definitely open to do research, further research on that, but that's just something that I've heard and something that is concerning to me. Now, South Main Street was not designed to take that kind of pounding, essentially. We're already trying to fill in potholes, cracks within streets throughout town. Could you imagine so many trucks were going through South Main Street per day? Now, last year, LMR was expelled from Alpha. A petition was sent through to have an extension canceled and have LMR taken out of Alpha. Many of the reasons stated by the residents were noise, pollution, leakage, and rodents as their top concerns. And as a result, LMR was taken out of Alpha, and now they're here today to get acceptance to come into Phillipsburg. Now, it was recommended by our planning board that we should not move on this. It was recommended by our town engineer that we should not move on this. So my only question is, why are we discussing this? Now, I'm not against jobs. I like jobs. It's good for the people, it's good for the taxpayers. However, the environmental concerns that are facing us are very, very serious. Even if these are empty containers, even if these are empty trucks, what are the emissions given off by these spare trucks that will be going down our streets day in and day out? That's what I'm asking. The leakage, the emissions, and the noise and the smells. We cannot ignore these issues. They will be affecting the people that are living downtown in downtown Phillipsburg. And I think these are just things that we need to take into consideration. Essentially, that's all I have to say about that. And I think these are issues that we must address, that we must really look into. But I am in its current form against this ordinance. I believe we should turn it down, as Alpha had a year ago for a good reason, and I believe are the same reasons why we should turn it down today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your comment, Mr. Clark. Mr. Sarbanes.
Good evening. My name is Steve Darstani. I live at 317 Irwin Street in Phillipsburg. I'm a lifelong resident of the town. I'm against this ordinance. I spent 3 or 4 months up in Alpha going to their planning meetings. I've heard the people tell me how sick that they were getting. And I've seen people getting breathing problems and going to the doctors. I've seen people waking up at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock because of the noise. They were taxpayers of Alpha. They were veterans of Alpha. We have this on South Main Street. We have a senior center home. The home there. These people are old. I deliver medicine. They're on oxygen. They're on breathing medicine. What are we saying to them? Tough luck. Money talks. You have a face. We don't live there. It's not going to bother me living on Irwin Street. But I know how bad the breathing problem can be for elder people. We cannot tell these people, we don't care about you. Who cares about how you are breathing? Oh, your child has asthma? So what?
Mr. Sarbanes.
We got a
Just as
business
you
going.
address the board, that's all.
Yes, but these people,
Right,
it's
but-
going to affect all these people also.
I understand, I'm not saying that you
Okay,
can't.
now, you've known me for a long time.
Yes, sir, I
I'm
have.
not a troublemaker or anything else.
No, sir, you're not.
Okay, but my main concern is not Democrats, it's not Republicans, it's the health of the people that live in the area. Now, if they get sick, and if I lived down there and I got sick because of the smell of the diesel fuel, the first people I would sue would be the town of Phillipsburg. Okay?
Mr.
And that's what I would do.
Mr. Sarbanes.
But I do not want them downtown. And I'm very happy, they're a very successful company and growing. But we should not place that burden on our senior citizens. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Gary Carnevale. Is this just for this ordinance? Because I have a matter that.
This is for anything that you see on the agenda.
Okay, I like that. Okay, like I said, my name is Gary Carnevale.
Your address, sir?
Good evening. This is in reference to 159 Mercer Street.
What is that under?
That's open.
Is it on the agenda, sir?
That's what I mean, I don't know nothing.
Open time would be the right time.
How do I, when do I?
Number 15 on the agenda.
I'll let you know as soon as it's open time, I'll play up.
I'm not familiar.
No, that's okay, sir. A lot of people do the same thing. Yes, sir. State your name and address for the record.
Yeah, hi, John Spirit, 247 Schaefer Avenue, Peterborough. I don't understand why the council wants to pass this. I thought that the idea of development was to bring in tourism, not trucks. We have a development plan, and I'm wondering who's going to want to come to Phillipsburg. You know, what's it going to be? Let's ruin it some trucks. I can't see that people are going to want to come into the town. I can't see anybody want to put new businesses. It's a 2-lane road as it is. And I don't live on South Main, but that doesn't mean I'm not concerned about the people down there. Foundations are going to be shaking around and everything else. And LMR can go elsewhere. And I don't understand why this council wants to invite LMR here when Alpha, and I don't think they're any smarter or less than we, don't want them. And I don't see what the benefit is to the town. I mean, once these trucks come lumbering through and back up traffic, I don't see what the benefit is going to be to the town other than to make it a less desirable place to live in, to visit, to start a business. I mean, I just don't see what the rationale is, you know, assuming somebody doesn't have any hidden agenda here, but, you know, LMR can go somewhere else. They can go someplace else. We can't move out of Phillipsburg, and I think that the council is doing a great service to the town if they vote on this, and I think that people will remember this, whether it's next year, 2 years, when people here are running for election. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you for your comment.
Invoice 244 Irwin. I was going to keep my mouth shut, as hard as that might be, believe, but this is really bothering me. I don't understand this. I'm hearing senior citizens, it's going to affect senior citizens, but senior citizens when they were younger were fine with all the trucks that ran through here from Ingersoll Rand and Bell and Howe and all the other industries. Was still, South Main Street was a 2-lane road then, and they had more traffic then. I'm sure Bell and Howe alone probably had more trucks running in and out of it than LMR. The comparison to Alpha is like, that just blows me away. You can see how corrupt everything is in that town. If you go there and you talk to people I know.
Mr. Boyce, I apologize. Folks, I would ask again, and I asked for civility, and I'm going to ask one last time. If someone does speak out of turn, I will have you removed. Mr. Boyce, please.
I know people that live in the vicinity of LMR. I know the restaurant owner that was right next door to where LMR was and had absolutely no problem. If a restaurant has no problem serving food next to a garbage disposal place, I can't understand anything else. It was brought up that it's a trucking company for hire and that's not allowed. Well then, every trucking company shouldn't be allowed because trucking companies are for hire. They're not just there to park their trucks on the street and look pretty and get your picture taken with them or anything like that. There's movers or whatever they are, you hire them. It's no different. The leakage, people have garbage cans and the rain gets into it and it leaks in there too. You want to do something, you're worried about the environmental concerns and everything else, then let's get rid of probably 70% of the vehicles. I probably own a couple of them too, that leak oil and antifreeze and everything else.
Folks, let's let Mr. Boyce finish.
Thank you. It's a two-way street. We need businesses in here. You know, once upon a time, people weren't too happy with Utopia in Easton, okay? Easton built itself around Utopia. It's the only business that they had at one time. And look at Easton now. And Utopia is still there. You should welcome any business whatsoever. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not even talking about the redevelopment. I read where the mayor was talking about Corliss Avenue and the fact that it's going to cost more to clean up than what the building is worth. You want to look at downtown again? You want to look down in the Chappelle Park area? Maybe that's worth, like I said before, the redevelopment. Joe Miner had a great idea. I'd have to give him credit. See, Joe, he knows a little different colored Craig myself, doesn't he? He had a great idea, building that area up, start there as a hub, the center of it, and build out. If you're going to put town hall there and build a parking garage or whatever, then start working down towards the bridge and outwards.
We're still on LMR though, right?
Well, it's everything is together.
I know, but it is just about items on the agenda.
This town was an industrial town to begin with. It's not all daisies and buttercups. You're not going to get it. It's not. And the comparison about anything about the few trucks that they have, like it was brought up, you've got garbage trucks sitting right across the street here. Nobody's